Hey man, hold on. I gotta make sure the light right.
Yeah.
Hey, what's going on? It's your boy King Bear. Hey, make sure you guys check out the Match My Energy podcast. You know what I'm saying?
Sir, yes,
That's
sir.
the Match My Energy podcast. Make sure you check it out.
Yes,
you know what I'm
sir.
saying?
That's magic right there.
Yeah,
oh
it's
my
magic.
God.
It's only going up from here. Trust and believe that.
Wow, wow,
Yeah.
wow. I appreciate you, man.
Stupid ginger. Oh, that one didn't go down.
Gotta do shit. Shoot.
I think this is how we start 2024.
I got that.
Yo, leave me alone,
Man, you're gonna do that. Wow, 5 million.
Hold on. Why you not volunteer me for the advert on the podcast? Me not like that. Alright?
First of all, how you feeling? Mind you, I'm not feeling the greatest today,
Yeah.
so I might lie down on the pods. Oh, I ain't gonna lie to you.
I am kind of tired still.
I might kick off late.
No. I know those ones. Man. Welcome to the Match My Energy podcast.
That's right, you talk about it.
It's, again, the two starters. You know, nobody else showed up, but it's fine. It's cool.
Everyone's busy out there enjoying their lives and shit. I'm just trying to make sure this pod keeps going and we get the numbers so we can keep excelling and just reach that 1K sub. We actually passed 100. Shout out to everyone that subscribed. Thank you so much. I appreciate every single one of y'all. I know I'm lying down on the pod, but I promise you I have way more energy than this. I promise you. It's just right now today I'm not feeling the greatest, not in terms like I'm sick. It's just like life be kicking niggas' asses and I just want to lie down sometimes. So yeah, welcome back to the Match My Energy podcast. Thank you for 100 subs. We're currently sitting at 113 subscribers, which is 13 more than 100, so that's pretty major for us. So appreciate everyone. I've been pushing the pod anywhere and everywhere I've been going, so thank you for everyone that subscribed. I appreciate you. And just like what King Vader says on the top of this podcast, it's only going up from here. For real, so sky's the limit. Well, anyway, so for our topic today, we're actually focusing on culture and the lack of culture in our region, which is Toronto. But before we get into that, I want to have that. Like, remember that conversation we had before?
Well,
With the women and like the what's it called?
getting trapped?
Yeah, about trapping. Men and women being trapped.
Oh.
Yeah, so first of all, I know you're trying to match my energy right now, but don't. Okay, high energy, bro. High energy. I know.
I've been feeling like this even for a couple of years.
Nah, bro. I don't want people to just skip this video. You know, this could be important to us. You know, I might sit up later on. I'm not gonna lie to you. I might sit up because it's actually important. I just want the energy just be a lot more higher since there's only two of us.
Yeah.
So I just high energy. Try your best. That's all I'm saying. But like the whole I kind of like that conversation when we had it over there. Just like who's really trapping who. When it comes to like men and women in relationships and all that shit, right? So like I'd rather have that conversation again, because I just find it interesting how like I don't think people really know about the percentages when it comes to trapping, like in terms of men and women. Because like me on a personal opinion, I say women have a higher percentage of trapping men than men trapping women.
Yeah, which obviously makes sense.
It makes sense, but like the pushback kind of confuses me because like it's in defense but for themselves specifically. But when it comes from men, like when it's our defense, it's never really about us. It's more about family and thinking about futures.
Like, what do you mean?
So like think about it, like for a man to trap a woman, like you'd have to like mention like how much you care about having a family, how much like you want to have a family, how much like your dreams, aspirations is all family based.
Not necessarily. It could easily be simply a woman does not agree with abortion and doesn't want to get an abortion, and this girl is super fine and you want her, you guys used to date, and then you guys are like having a rough patch and you don't want her to go anywhere, and you know she doesn't agree with abortion, you read her up. Because where's she going? She's gonna have a baby tied to the person that she wants to leave, right? That's trapping too.
I mean, you're not wrong, but you just finally said one way for men to trap women.
Yeah, they trap women that way. They trap women psychologically, emotionally.
Psychologically and emotionally, that could easily be like argued. I can't lie to you.
No, it's just a play on words. Make the woman believe that, oh yeah, don't even worry about it. If you have a kid, I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna take care of you. Don't worry about it. I got you. And then boom, kid comes and they vanish. Trapped.
Okay, but those are words against actions.
Yeah, but a guy can. But how many times have men? Let's be real here. Let's be real here. I'm playing devil's advocate. You know, I'm defending the guys. But right now, I'm gonna speak from facts. How many guys act the part?
None of them.
No, they do. There's some that don't. They're just terrible in general. But there's some that act the part until they get to a point where like, we got you.
I don't understand when it comes to women. Like, why don't you actually take like own up to your power and actually use your power correctly? That's what I don't get.
Like power in what?
Because women have the final say so when it comes down to having a baby. No, the baby comes out to them, right?
They do.
So why you let someone else have power over you like that? That's my question. A woman that has that's in command of her own power and actually like values her femininity wouldn't allow a dude to do that to her. Even if she's currently pregnant, she can get rid of it still, no?
Yeah, but then that falls down to her breaking her morals.
Well, people break morals on a daily basis, so.
100, but breaking somebody else's moral standards and breaking your own moral standards is two different.
But like I said, people break their own moral standards on a daily basis.
They do depending on the situation. But when it comes to like abortion, there's some women that are they don't want an abortion at all. Like they won't go through with it.
Yeah, but I understand the abortion portion. I can't keep it. I gotta keep it a ban. Like abortion, like women kind of need that, especially if the dude turns out to just be the wrong dude.
No, I say get rid of abortion, or have abortion for people who really need it,
So you're saying you need to manage abortion.
Yeah. Because here's the thing, we are grown adults, right? Everybody, we're grown adults. You know, you're gonna sleep with somebody, whether you use protection or not. You know that there's a chance that a baby could come out. Whether the abortion clinics are out there, cool, whatever. It's an irresponsibility on your part if you keep on getting pregnant, going to the abortion clinic as a plan C. It don't work like that. It don't work like that. Because at that point, you're not really using the services to help for an emergency. You're using the services just because it's there.
Basically, he's saying if you're broke, stop having sex.
Like, no, for real. Like, if you can't see yourself as a mother or can't see yourself as a father at this current age, then stop having sex.
I didn't even mean it like that. I mean, like, if you're so broke that you can't even like get the contraceptives to stop that shit, and you have to keep running to the clinic, yeah, stop. Go be a nun.
Yeah, but not even just the money part. Just the mindset in general. If you are not mindset ready for that, you shouldn't be having sex. You shouldn't be. And I know they're gonna say, yeah, well, I choose to have sex because I want to, and it's there. It's like, no, it's like you're immature then. Like you're immature. You're not an adult. You're acting like a child.
Society's immature.
Society's immature. You're immature. Like that's why for me personally, I can't even sleep with a girl if she believes in an abortion, or if she can't see herself as a mom,
really?
A mother. I can't.
Really?
I can't.
Really?
I literally can't.
Really?
I promise you, I literally
really?
can't. Yo.
Really?
I promise you, I can't.
Really?
The women that I have been with in my life.
You all want them to be mothers to your children?
No.
Every single one of them?
No, because I did go through a whole phase at one point, but one thing for sure about most of the women that I slept with, there might have been a few that might have had, like, their minds might have switched in that case scenario, but majority of the women that I've been with all have the mindset of, yeah, if I get pregnant, like, I'm keeping it. Like, that's...
Really?
Yeah.
Alright.
I'm very selective with the partners that I sleep with.
I'm sure you are.
I'm very selective.
It's until that Hennessy gets in the system.
Okay, you know, the liquor basically makes it...
Alright, because that's why I'm smiling. This dude think I'm stupid.
It's not the Hennessy, it's the tequila. That's the one that's like, whoa.
You see how he just admitted to him? Like, look how I trapped him. Pause. Right?
But I'm pretty sure, like, even like often, like, I don't do one night stands. I have to know the person personally.
I call cap, my boy.
No, I don't do one night stands.
I don't believe that shit, bro.
Every girl that I've slept with, I've known personally.
I'm sure you do. This guy's going through his friend list. Oh, I wonder what Sasha's thinking about today. That's literally what you're doing. You're a friend fiend. What the hell? You're a friend fiend.
Hey, you know, a back shot or two ain't gonna hurt nobody. A back shot or two ain't gonna hurt nobody.
The trees are looking so lush today.
Yeah, but my point being is that if you're gonna be irresponsibly having sex, knowing what, because you have to understand what the main purpose of sex is for. The main
To reproduce.
Exactly. Our pleasure in it is secondhand. Our main thing is to reproduce. So if you're gonna be having sex, you need to know the risk, and the risk is you getting pregnant. If you don't want to get pregnant, either you put an IUD chip or a thing up there to prevent yourself from getting pregnant for 5 years, or you don't have sex
I ain't
at all.
gonna hold you. If you're a gal and you're putting some chip or something all up in your crotch, you're whatless. I ain't gonna lie.
No, what do you mean?
An IUD?
Yes, that's probably the best. Like, it's a little more painful, but it's the best way, because look at it like this: the birth control. When women are on birth control, do you know how bad it messes up their body? It actually lowers the chances of them having kids in the future. Because
Not my problem.
Well, I mean, it is if you're gonna be with a girl that you see yourself having kids with. If she's on birth control to have sex with you, it's gonna be your problem.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I can't be with no girl that's constantly on birth control, bro. Because from what I understand, the birth control affects their mind as well.
It does.
And if I'm gonna be laying with any girl that has their mind affected by birth control, that's just a big waste of time.
So then my question is, do you want to risk having a kid then? You're not ready to have
If that's my intention to have a kid, I'm not.
Okay, then you gotta be upfront with the girl that you ever get with that. Yeah, like my intention is to have a kid.
It's not just that. Are they prepared for the information that I'm about to spew to them?
Like, what do you mean?
Like, why I don't like the choices that they make. Like,
no, but besides all that, I'm talking about like the kids in general. Like, you have to be honest and tell them, like, I am looking for a kid. Like, you have to let them know that.
yeah,
Because
that's not a problem. So, like, that's why I say it's up to them, because I'm gonna speak the truth, and are they prepared to take the truth? That's all it is.
It's not to take the truth, rather it's if that's what they want. But the thing is, if you just want, if people want to have sex, don't use the abortion clinic. Don't use it. Okay, your first time, I had a friend. She
Taking how you said friend.
Yeah, I know. I had a friend. She
Yeah, you dealt with this one too, right? It's too easy.
I know. I actually that one. I actually really wanted to date her. She's my first time.
You want a kid with that one too, eh?
No,
you want to marry you.
No, it was when I was 19 when I slept with her.
Hey, bro, kids have kids young.
I know, and I would have.
That sentence was intentional.
And I would have with her. I would have. Not gonna lie. I actually slept with her because I thought it would get her. But me as a virgin, mine's running wild. I just thought. But anyways, as we got older, we had a conversation about it.
Yeah.
Right, and
I would love to have a kid with you.
No. But
would you like to have my child?
No, she's
we're friends, right?
she actually agrees with abortion. She thinks women should be abortion. But what she said is something that I agree with. She said, I believe there should be abortion, but the same thing that you said, managed. She's like, if you're gonna have irresponsible sex and keep getting yourself pregnant, over 3-4 times, you should not be going to an abortion clinic. You need to own up and be responsible. And,
Bro, I ain't gonna lie to you. I can't sit there and listen to a gal that says that, knowing what their intrusive thoughts are. Stop it. You know what their intrusive thoughts are.
No, what do you mean?
Alright, respectfully, a lot of them just want their back blown off by a big dick nigga named Clarence or some shit. Like, and then all of a sudden they're pregnant. Like, how did this happen?
Yeah, but she said herself, like, if I'm irresponsibly having sex,
and that's your fault. That's your fault.
Yeah, she said.
But no gal admits this. They're gonna say it in the moment, and they're like on the inside, closed doors. They're never gonna admit it to people that need to hear this. People need to hear that. If it's you, it's your fault because statistics shows otherwise. They're saying like, "Oh no, it wasn't my fault."
But it takes two. What I will say is that it takes two to tango. It's as much as a woman.
I agree, and I actually say this a lot on the pod. Like when these conversations come up, it does take two to tango, absolutely. But I'm looking at overall percentages, and a lot of the times, and keep it a band, keep it a full band. We know when it comes down to doing the deed, right? Mm-hmm. If it's hitting the right spot, fam, the y'all gonna let you know. Okay, and how they let you know? They be saying some things they don't ever want to say. Yeah. Intrusive thoughts.
Yes, yeah.
Like, think about it. I know you hit a gal and she said, breathe me. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong.
Actually, hold on. Let me think.
You never did that? You never got that? Say a word.
Because I had sexy talk, but the breathe me thing?
You never had a girl say breathe me? That's why you have a bunch of these my youths running around with no dad.
Never heard the.
I'm gonna keep it a band.
Never heard the breathe me.
Say a word.
I heard the I love you. I heard the. Oh.
Man, they love anybody. It's talk about breed, fam. Like stomach expand.
Well, I mean, I don't really.
Dog, that's the real domain expansion.
No good. But like, I don't really be having unprotected sex like that. So, I mean, I understand. I mean,
condom can burst. Pause.
I know condom could burst, but it's a risk. And me, I've accepted the risk. I know that if I sleep with somebody and I get somebody pregnant, I gotta stand up and take care of my kid.
That's you. Them niggas are sitting down in the waiting room.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
yeah, society.
Like, it's like this is the way I look at it. Women don't want to admit they're in the wrong, and men don't care if they're in the wrong or not. They don't care.
No, they do.
No, they don't. They don't. Cause
maybe in the hood and in terms of niggas, but overall men do.
Overall, no. If that was the case, there'd be more. There'd be more fathers and kids for the black community specifically. There'd be more fathers in their kids' lives, and clearly in the black community, there's not. So that just goes to show they don't care. They don't care.
I don't disagree with you, but a lot of times it's situational. It depends on the situation. Of
course it's situational. There's some cases situational, but on average, overall...
There's videos out there surfacing how a lot of the times it's not the dude's fault.
Yeah, there's obviously those cases where women are withholding the kid from...
Yeah, and that's wrong too.
And that's 100% wrong. But a lot of the times, it's just men just don't care. My dad ran from... My mom... I asked my mom, like... So, it's been like about 6-7 months, or I haven't received child support, maybe more. And yeah, I'm old and I don't need child support, but...
Be careful, I don't want you to sound like 50 Cent's son.
No, but that's money that's owed to me. For not taking
It's not owed to you. I'm gonna keep it.
It's owed to my mom to give to me to take care of me.
To give you portion.
No. Well, yeah, I give you a portion. She wants it, or she can give you all of it. Mm-hmm. My mom always been giving it to me, other than when I was younger. Obviously, she like took care of me and stuff like that with it. But when I got older, like she would just give me all the child support. But this guy supposedly has a warrant out for his arrest, supposedly, because of child support.
Be careful, because I'm not bleeping shit.
No, that's fine. I don't care.
Oh my god.
I do not care.
I don't want this nigga to show up here, alright?
No, I do not care. Like, if I were to see him, I would tell him, like, you are just a sperm donor. Like if I were to get big, I'm telling him in his face, don't ever talk to me. Like I don't care. Like, I'm not gonna be like, I want him to go hurt the man or whatever. You know, it's like, no, you don't even have a chance to be in my life. You know,
I'm gonna keep it a bad with you right now. Every child needs their father.
I agree. I 100% agree. I agree. But
Even to this day.
yeah,
Regardless of what your age is.
I agree. But what I did is I latched onto a different role model.
That's great, but every child needs their father. I'm gonna keep it a bad.
Do they need a father, or
No,
do they need
their father.
their father, or a proper male figure in their life?
Not a father, their father. Simple.
Yeah, but if you're not happy with the, like, if my father were to come back, what is he going to do for me?
See, now you say something. See, that's the problem, because now you're seeing it as a transaction.
Yeah,
Father figures, that's never transactional.
No,
when you're looking for a father figure.
Yes, but
because that's natural. It's supposed to naturally happen.
100%.
There's some things that fathers do that you just naturally just you
100%.
you get, you know, like that's like you're on board with. Right?
100%, but
even like the feeling of having your dad beside you is important, regardless if he's good or bad.
I agree with that.
Just a hangout thing. Just half the time you can just sit on the porch and drink a beer and not say a damn thing.
I agree with that. Okay, so my question to would you personally hang out? So hypothetically was if somebody say cut somebody up bad and put them in the hospital, and you know, could you hang out with that person knowing what they did?
What are you talking about?
I'm saying in general, like we'll say a random friend cuts up somebody.
So that's a friend. I'm talking about a father.
No, I know, but like it's gonna connect. Could you hang out with that person, that friend who cut up? This like your childhood friend. You grew up with this guy, and then you find out that he cut somebody up, and that person barely survived. Could you hang out with him?
I'm there for all my friends, regardless. Like I've been there.
So you're gonna hang out with somebody that attempted murder?
No one's perfect. Everybody needs somebody, bro. I'm keeping it bad. Like,
I get that, but logically, like.
Logically speaking, you're gonna distance yourself from this.
Of course, he's an attempted murderer. He attempted to murder somebody. Like I would not want to put that be around that. So my dad, him being around, what is he going to give to me now? He's gonna show me what?
You're making it a transaction. I told you, it's not transactional.
But no, it might not be transactional. But a purpose of a father figure is to teach your son life. How to be a man. What is he going to do for me if he comes back into my life? What is he going to do for me as a father figure? Nothing.
You're making it transactional.
But either way you look at it, a father is supposed to raise his son.
Okay.
And teach him values of life. Teach him the ropes, teach him the roles, teach him how to be a man. So if he's not doing that himself, and he's going around sleeping with different women, breeding them up, not taking care of them, running away from child support, clearly not paying my child support. What is the purpose of him come back into my life? For what? For what?
Like I said, you're making it transactional.
But
he's just naturally like, okay, a lot of times we don't know what the situations are when it comes down to these things. So you can't really give these answers half the time. I can't give an answer for you. I don't know him.
My mom was him and told me about it.
That's great, but that's one perspective. You need both perspectives to get an understanding. Am I right? I'm
waiting for a text back from him. At how many years? From when I was 10? When can I see you, Dad? No response. Lost in the mail. Lost in text. I don't know.
You never called him? You never...
I did.
You don't know? You know where he lives? Like...
I did. He's literally in Scarborough.
You know where he lives?
Yes, he knows.
You know his address.
I know where his mom lives, which is my grandma. But what am I gonna do? Go over there, Dad, and looking for you? No, he knows.
Why not?
Because he knows I'm alive.
Okay, but why not?
Because if he really cared, he would. I don't care to go look for him. I don't care.
Hey, bro, that's your life, bro. If you have to go the extra mile to meet someone, you might have sometimes to do that.
No.
It's the same thing when you find your significant other. You have to go the extra mile to, like,
100
find the right person for
100%.
you. Sometimes, for some people, you might have to go the extra mile.
100%. But if I'm going the extra mile for somebody, it's for my benefits to help me get somewhere in life, help me to go up. If you're getting with you said significant other. When you're getting with a significant other going the extra mile, it's because you want to marry them.
Okay, what if he's going the extra mile just to have them in your life?
He doesn't want to be in my life.
Okay, but maybe sometimes it's up to the son to bring the father back down to earth.
Seeing a 10-year-old boy who you only saw when was a baby, run up and say, "Dad, I miss you, love you," hugging you, all this type of stuff, texting you, "Oh, hi, Dad," all this type of stuff. When can I see you again? And no response. That's somebody trying to be in the kid's life. No.
Wait, bro. You need to get his side of the story to come to your ultimate conclusion. Bro.
But what side of the story? How come?
You never know.
Randy, how come all my other step siblings that he has fathered are being taken care of, but me?
That means you really need an answer. What are you talking about? You literally need an answer because if everyone else is being taken care of and you're not, there's something.
I mean, all of them communicate. I don't even talk to my steps. I don't know where they are. I don't have them on Facebook. None of that. I remember the last time I seen them was at one of my older stepsister's birthday party, and that was the last time I seen them. Never heard from them.
My point still stands. If they're taken care of and you're not, something happened. Meaning that you really need answers now. Meaning that you might have to go looking for him, bro. You might have to go look for him for real.
No, I don't know. I found him on Facebook. I'm not messaging him. I'm not.
Man, it's important to get both sides. You can't bias. It's
not even being biased.
It's not even biased that I meant to say. It's just be like, you can't just have it one-sided. It's in that sense you really need the opposite side to give an answer.
But the opposite side. Forget what my mom said. It's the actions. He had my number, Randy.
That's okay, that's great, but this is a little different when it comes down to a father and family in general. You need an answer. You really need an answer, bro.
I already got the answer.
That's not a real answer. That's just an answer that is displayed. You never got the actual answer from the source.
What is he gonna say? "Oh, son, I really tried to look out for you." Actions speak louder than words.
Yeah, but say for example that you actually do meet him. You know you don't have to be nice, right? You can cuss and say bad shit all you want.
Yeah.
You need a real answer. If I was smart, I know when it comes to me and conversating and getting like the raw truth from someone, a lot of times I say a lot of bullshit just to get the truth out of people, right? In your sense, that's what you would do. You say a lot of bullshit to get him aggravated or whatever the hell, to get him like into that mindset where he can just naturally tell you the truth. Why not? Why not? I'm just saying, like, why not?
It's
you want your truth? That's how you get your truth. It's not difficult. You're making it difficult.
It's not difficult. It's a waste of
and this is something important that I think a lot of people that I don't know what happened in your families, or like your father and mother separated in whatever kind of way. It's important to get that other side. This is why I want to have that conversation, it wasn't even originally about to go and be this kind of conversation, but in this conversation in itself, like, it's important to get both sides because you never know. Why? Because I've seen videos online where they go and get the other side and it's not what they think it is. So you have to keep in mind the possibilities are endless. It's possible something might have happened. Maybe something never happened. You never know. But guess what? You got your answer.
I get that. But again, my question is, why did he not, your 10-year-old son...
Like I said, you're going to have to go and get that answer. That's it.
Why did you not reply to my text?
That's it. Go and get your answer.
What is he going to say? I was busy. Busy?
Okay, like the same thing what I said. Bring up some bullshit. Say some bullshit. Whatever the fuck. Get him into a mindset where it's like he can naturally just tell you the truth in any kind of way, no problem. And then you get your truth and keep it pushing. If he's a dog mouth nigga, alright, boom, stay that way.
And that falls down to him wanting to see me.
I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you. A lot of y'all don't get, like, you need both, bro. You need both sides. The reason why a lot of people are raised well today is because they have both have understanding from both sides and can actually move correctly instead of just have all the information from one source and just assume that it's like, okay, cool, this is how we move.
But this is not even just from my mom's source. This is the source that I'm getting from him. From him.
So you've had a conversation already?
No. The source is...
And now you didn't get no source yet?
No, the source is his actions.
I told you, it's different when it comes down to family. Actions work in relationships.
If I see him, you know what I would ask him? Why'd you try to kill my mom? That's what I would ask him.
And you go get your answer, bro.
Because he said when I was a baby, right? My mom was tying her shoe, and she was you know, like an intersection when the cars are turning like that. When they, at the lights. So she was at an intersection tying her shoe, and there was a car coming. My dad's holding me, right? My mom said, my dad seen the car, and didn't say anything. If my mom didn't take a step back, the car would have hit her. And what my dad tried to keep me when I was younger, as a baby. But for what? You know why? For money. Baby bonus. That's why. But Randy, you have to understand. Why do you think you want to know why some of these guys are going out there just sleeping with women? It's for that money, that baby bonus. That's why a lot of them are doing that. And it's you. I hate to say it. I'm sorry. It's not to everybody, but it's to Jamaican guys.
This took a turn. So our original topic was about culture.
Oh no! But then we talked about the girls.
Oh yeah. I'm ending that because I don't know where you're going right now.
But the main point is like, it's also like I think we were talking about trapping when it was.
I know what we're talking about. You just took a turn.
Well, because it is trap. Oh no, that my situation's not trapping, but they both were just immature and irresponsible. But my main point was that irresponsibility, like. You should not be having sex if you're not ready to be a parent. You shouldn't be.
Well, damn. Okay, shit. So, let's talk about the lack of culture in our city or our surrounding region. Mm-hmm. So, I always have this conversation with people nowadays because I'm just curious about what people think. What is the culture in Toronto? What is the culture in Mississauga? What is the culture in GTA in general? The greater Toronto area.
Well, it's multiple.
What is our culture?
Like for Black people specifically?
Just let's go from like, let's keep it general, I'd say first, and then we go down to Black.
Well, you have to understand, Canada's a multicultural country at the end of the day. That's literally what it is.
Okay. But what's the culture? Like, so
the culture is what is, I guess, what you make of it.
But that's not real culture.
No, people come from all types of places in the world to live in Canada, bringing their own culture.
So you're saying Canada is made up of a bunch of different cultures in the country. So does the country has an actual culture?
I don't think so.
No. Me personally, I say the culture goes back to Aboriginal people. That's original Canadian culture, I'd say.
Oh well, fair enough. In that aspect, yes.
Right.
Yeah.
But it's so distant and so separated from everything else that nobody really knows or really makes the connection that Aboriginal culture is Canadian culture.
It's not that nobody knows.
No. People. Yeah, you might learn it in school, but nobody makes the connection that Aboriginal culture is Canadian culture. Yet they teach it in Canadian schools.
That's what I'm saying. It's not that they don't know; it's the fact that they don't care. That's the difference. Because if you're being taught about a situation, if you're being taught about something, and then you still don't acknowledge it or make the connections yourself, then you really just don't care, and that's your own ignorance. So it's not that they can't make the connection; it's that they don't want to.
So because they don't want to make a connection now, Canada doesn't have a real culture, and that shows what? The lack of The lack of care, the lack of interest,
It's the lack of
the lack of knowing.
Yep.
So is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay, so my next question is that why is it like this? And then other countries have a culture. Why is it that Canada doesn't really have a real culture, but other countries do?
It's because again, it falls down to that multicultural people that bring their own culture and act up their own culture. If you, for example, if you go to those Latin American countries, they have culture because majority of the people in Latin America are Latin, right? You go to you go to a European country, they're gonna have most of the people are gonna be a European culture because it's mainly European. Canada and the States, we are multicultural. Well, mainly Canada, yes, is sometimes, but.
Whoa, wait. Yours is multicultural, but the black culture and Latin culture, Mexican culture is so prominent in
because that's where they mostly go. But then in Canada, it's so open to everyone. It's multicultural.
Yeah, and that's my problem now. Because it's so open, there's not really any centered culture.
Well, there isn't.
And that's a huge problem for the city now. Because when it comes down to what's the best example? Anything that would happen around the world, and it involves one culture going up against another, and now Canada's pulled into the mix, and we have no culture. Everyone just hates us automatically. A lot of people don't like. A lot of countries don't like Canada.
I know.
And we can't even defend ourselves half the time because we can talk about things, but we can't really talk about having a culture because we take in so many other cultures.
Yeah.
And that's already a problem in itself because what does that show about us? What does that say about us? We don't. Canada has no soul technically. That's a problem.
The soul is literally being multicultural.
But that's not a real culture. You're just representing other cultures. You're making a hub for other people to come to this country and represent their culture, but we don't have a culture, technically. Imagine if we embraced Aboriginal culture as our culture. I wouldn't even think it'd be so bad.
But we couldn't, because you have to understand the Aboriginal culture.
Yeah, but Aboriginal people in general are so segregated from everything else.
Yeah, of course.
And nobody even realizes these things.
We do.
They're so okay. They realize that they're there, but they don't realize how segregated they are.
Yeah, no.
That's literally segregation.
Yeah, they are segregated.
That's crazy. Just because they have little benefits on taxes or whatever doesn't mean they're living good. They're still living they're not at our level in terms of living good. And mind you, in Canada, we're not living the best. Okay, so there's so many problems in itself, about the lack of culture, not realizing what our culture is, and everything else. It's just kind of embarrassing.
Yeah.
Because when you look at the U.S. for example, and black people specifically, black people literally make the U.S. great. I'm gonna keep it a band because we're so good at entertainment, but with the entertainment we push our culture, and our culture literally makes up the entertainment industry because of what we do, how well we can sing.
Yeah.
Say for example, back in the day, early 2000s, all of the R&B songs that came out back then, and you hear all say for example Usher, where they have runs. I don't know what a run is on a song.
Yeah.
But it's that point in the song where it's they let their soul speak, right?
Yeah.
So say for example in Do You Remind Me video, it was around right, I think it was around 3 minutes or so where it's he had a moment where he just let his soul speak.
Yeah.
On some shit, right? And the same thing in other R&B songs, even Tevin Campbell, Can We Talk? That 3/4 into the song is usually around that portion where they just let their voice just run wild, let their vocal cords show.
Yeah.
Right.
But here's the thing though with the Native Indians, right? Coming from looking outside in, the Native Indian culture is not connected to any other culture. For example, Indian culture, right? Indians have music.
Okay.
Right? And now they're doing a form of hip hop. They're blending it with hip hop culture, right? Okay. Latin music blended in with Jamaican music.
Everything is blending with
But
something.
that's what I'm saying. Natives don't have music like that. They're not made because they're so old. They are not doing that type of stuff.
I honestly disagree. I'm not saying that they do or not, but I'm saying that they're not even given a chance to even try to blend in.
But they're not. They don't want to blend. They wouldn't blend in. The reason why they wouldn't.
You never know.
No. But the reason why they wouldn't blend in is because the Aboriginal people, they have their culture, and their culture is literally counter opposite to everybody else's culture. Almost everybody else's culture.
In what sense?
Like, for example, they're more tribal.
Okay.
A lot of
Isn't that in New Zealand too? They're very tribal based in New Zealand.
I don't know about New Zealand. I don't know about that, but they're
Because
tribal.
because the reason why I say New Zealand, because like even around some parts of Australia too, like you have Samoan people. Samoan people are very tribal.
Yeah.
Right? That's where they usually are. They're around New Zealand, Australia, those kind of places. That's why I bring it up, because like Samoan people are very tribal too.
Yeah, but they have artists like those. They have artists that are doing music. We don't have native artists.
No, we do. We do.
We do.
Yeah, like I'm saying, like this is what I'm talking about. We do. Nobody knows.
But it's even though we do, it's not as adamant because
they're not given the chance.
No, but that's not their culture though.
Yeah, but that's great. But from my standpoint of my my views on music and the industry in general, it's possible to make these blends. Okay, like you can blend like Japanese like wind instruments or Chinese wind instruments into like hip hop songs.
100%.
You can put
100%.
you can put African drums into like EDM and make amapiano.
100%.
Right? You can do. There's so many things. You can take like Indian like dialect and put into hip hop tracks and it works.
100%.
Like, there's so many different ways where you can blend like cultures with
100%.
our music.
Well,
and the key word is our music, right?
I agree with that.
This is why I say like when it comes to Aboriginal people now, like yes, it's a little out there for them to like in sense of like
little.
their
It's
culture.
it's super
Yes,
out there.
yeah, that's great, but like it's still possible to blend. You can blend elements and aspects of their culture with our music. It's just that they're not really given a chance, or maybe they are given a chance. It's just no. They're given a chance. It's just that no one's listening. We're not listening to their music.
Is it that no one is listening, or that they don't want to do it?
No, they do. That's why you have like there's Aboriginal people that are artists.
Yes, but those Aboriginal people that are artists now are they're generational, some down. But if you're talking about culture, like the hardcore Aboriginal people, they do not agree with our music and our culture. They don't agree with a lot of other cultures too and how they do things. They have a whole different way of life. The only Aboriginal people that are trying to do stuff like trying to blend in is the newer generation of Aboriginal people. But any Aboriginal person that's from like the olden times and their family stems down, they follow hardcore traditions, hardcore cultures, their culture, and it's not what we are doing. So the people that you're hearing, the natives that are singing or trying to be on music, those are the new age.
So when it comes to, in that sense, like what do you say about like when it comes to Indian people making rap music, when it comes to like Chinese people making like drill music? What does that say then?
Well, they are, so Indian people had their own music, Bollywood.
Yeah.
They had their own music. But at their point, they're looking at, they want to merge with other cultures because it makes them more money, brings more people to them.
So why can't Aboriginal people do that?
Because
it brings them more money
because their
and it brings more awareness to them.
Yeah, because their culture is more secluded and more made for just Aboriginal people.
I don't think. Yes, that's what culture is. It's just made for 100%.
People. But if you go to India right now, Indians will invite people to their culture.
Yeah, because they've been given the opportunity to like actually be out there long enough where they can say, "Welcome to our culture." It's different for Aboriginal people, is what I'm saying.
But the thing is, I don't know. Me personally, I believe the Aboriginal culture traditions want to stay their cultural tradition. They don't want. Look at it this way: they don't want to be tainted. the music that we make,
But we're tainted.
exactly, we're tainted, and that's why average.
No, we're tainted because we don't manage our culture.
No, tainted as in a lot of the stuff that we're saying that we're doing. For example, when we're talking about sleeping with another man's wife,
That's not our culture.
I know, but
That's our culture monetized.
okay, but what I'm saying is that that's what it's advertised. The Aboriginal people don't agree with what with the music that's being put out there. They don't agree with that type of lifestyle. The Aboriginal people that do are the new era Native Indians.
So you're trying to say like, because you gotta remember they're still segregated, right? So what you're saying kind of ties to the segregation of it all. Like, because they're segregated, that means their culture is keep intact.
Yeah.
So you're saying it's good for them to be boxed out.
It's good for them to be separated if they're trying to keep their culture not get tainted. But like resources, as in like water and stuff like that, they should still have access to that for sure because this is their original land. I agree with that part. But to not have the culture tainted and changed in any way, being segregated.
Problem is, like, people, like, think about it. If it wasn't for like the high schools and all that, a lot of Canadian people wouldn't even know about Aboriginal culture, right? They got to keep in mind a lot of people. Yeah, like, a lot of people don't listen to it either.
Yeah,
like
but,
when you're in class, they don't care about the culture.
Yeah, but what about those tribes that are on? So there's a tribe that is on a private island or island that's connected to. I forget where it's connected to, but you cannot go to that island. They will kill you once you step onto that island.
That's just them keeping to the traditions, no?
But they're native. But like they're not Native American, but they're native to that country, to that part of the land. They're native to it, and they will kill you if you're not from there. They will kill you for stepping onto their land, like kill on site order.
Okay.
Right? So it's like,
why do you think that is?
Because again, they don't want to change customs. What they know is what they want to stick with is how they move. It's how they've been working for them, and they don't want to do anything else different. That's their mindset. So the segregation, I agree. It's bad. It's bad that they're not getting the resources or stuff that Canadians get. But when it comes to keeping their traditions alive, they want to be. They want to keep that. They want to. Just take a trip on those reserves. If you meet a Native person and ask them to take you on the reserves, you'll see the older Native people on the reserves, they are very traditional. And the ones that aren't that much traditional are the new ones.
I'm gonna take your word for it because I don't know too much. I'm just bringing awareness.
Yeah, I know natives because I lived in London. There's literally a reserve that's like literally like 20 minutes away from London. So there's a lot of native people in London.
Alright, so at this point, this is where I want to bring in black culture now because when it comes to black culture now in Canada, what is our culture for black people? What have we made here for black people in Canada to say we separate ourselves from like Americans, for example? Like, what makes it different? What makes us different than Americans?
I mean, we're speaking technicalities. We actually technically are Americans.
We're not.
Yes, technically.
We're just in North America. We're not American.
Exactly, North America.
Yeah, but we're not American. Is what I'm saying.
North America. So when something says North America, what does that mean? You're North American.
Yeah, but that's just. Sorry.
We're just we're Canadian because that's what was labeled. But if we're North American, we are American. That's just what it is.
We're not American because we live in Canada. We just live in the continent of North America. We just live in the continent of North America. We are not labeled as Americans. We are Canadian. We don't really do, like, that's why I bring up that question again. I hope your engine falls out. My point is that when it comes to Canadians, or black Canadians specifically, and what makes us different from Americans, there's nothing at all. The only thing we can maybe say is that we have Caribana, but we're just taken from Caribbeans at that point.
Exactly.
But that's not really our shit. We're just taking Caribbean culture and bringing it to Canada. So like that's why I ask that question all the time. What does black Canadians do that makes us different from other like black people in other countries, and that's nothing.
Nothing.
Meaning that we don't have a black culture. We just have American culture in Canada, and that's tragic. like I'm bringing awareness to this because like there's nothing that we do that's special, and we've been around for how long, and we're just copying other people.
Well, because
but we're supposed to be hard. We supposed to be gang. You know what I'm saying? Like we're not really that because we're not really from America or any of these other places.
But you have to understand that a lot of the black people in Canada came from American families.
I'm not disagreeing.
But that's what I'm saying. So that the black culture in America gets sent down to the people that are bringing it to Canada. At the end of the day.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, that's why I asked the question because, like, the original topic, like I said, is what is our culture in Canada? Or no, the original topic is the based on the culture that we have, the culture that we currently have, and the lack of actual culture that we entail, like that we actually like live by, that we use. We don't have it. We don't use it because we're just taking from other places.
Because that's all they're like. For example, dancing. What are we gonna do? A Canadian person makes a Canadian dance. That dance probably ties back to an old black person or an old white person doing it in the past. So it's like anything.
That means we have no creativity either. Because think about all the dances that are out currently. They come from black Americans. Not all of them, but there's a good majority.
They come from
black Americans.
Come from white Americans.
Look at the dance. Look at the hottest dance crazes over the years.
Yeah.
Prime example. If people don't understand what a dance craze is, before TikTok days, a dance craze was pretty much like, say for example, what? The electric slide or the Cupid shuffle at the time.
Yeah.
Or something simpler for everyone to understand, Crank That Soulja Boy.
Yeah.
Like those dances. Or even if you don't know the Soulja Boy dance, like the jerking movement.
Yeah.
Like when jerking was hot, or doing the Dougie.
And it all stems back to stuff that's been done back in the past.
Yeah. You're not wrong. I don't disagree.
So yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it's like creative. It's just repeating itself, just making it look a bit different. That's it.
Yeah, but like I said, we don't have like this is why I'm like we have all these people here. We can't create something new.
I mean, what's to create that has already been created?
Anything. Literally, the possibilities are always endless. I always say that because you can do anything you want and make it popular.
Yeah.
And you can create a culture around it.
But if that's the case, then it would be done. It's not being done, which means
because we don't care. We just keep taking, bro. We ain't got nothing. When you really think about it,
we don't.
And on top of that, another thing that we don't have, which is embarrassing, is like look at every other culture when every other country when it comes to fucking what's it called? When it comes to togetherness, family, and all them shits.
Yeah.
Canada lacks that too.
Debatable.
Yes, I know it's debatable because
that is super debatable.
It depends on how you see it, right?
Yeah.
Family, yes, I get it. We're very family oriented technically here.
Yeah, more than the States.
I'm seeing it more from like building a community standpoint, right? Mm-hmm. Especially in the black culture, we can't build shit, bro. No. We can't build a damn thing.
No, it's the same.
Meanwhile, in the States, in the UK,
they're not building
in
anything.
Africa,
they're not building anything in the States.
Yes, the States. Yes.
Like what?
The HBCUs, the historic black colleges and universities. What are you talking about? HBCUs alone is the prime example.
When did HBCU get created?
A long time ago. I think back in mind you, I don't know too much about it, but this goes far back to like 80s maybe.
What's it called?
HBCUs. I can't believe you've never heard of HBCUs. Are you serious? Bro, that's literally the vital. That's like HBCU. That's like the vital it's considered like a vital organ to like the black culture, bro.
Historically, black colleges and universities.
My God, that's incredible that you don't know that, bro. That's another, like, oh, you see what I'm saying, bro? We don't know nothing about our own damn culture, even when it comes to American shit. It's just amazing to me at this point, cause like HBCUs are literally the heart and soul. Like they're literally trying to keep the black culture alive. Like these are black colleges. Where it's majority black people.
But what black culture? If it's already
they have their cultures in it by itself, bro.
No, I know, but what black if you both agreed on that everything being repeated over and over, what black culture are they keeping alive?
Literally, like think about American people, American families. Like they're literally promoting all that in the HBCUs. Now, like the traditional culture that black people used to run by, not the monetized culture. You got to keep that in mind. Okay? Monetized culture is what you see running around today. Traditional is what you see back in the day.
Yeah, but how far back in the day are we talking?
90s, 2000s. That's the best time. Even you can go back to the 80s, but it was a little iffy when it comes to the racism and all that. But that time period was the best for like black like culture. Literally. It's over the years that there is outside sources try to come in and mess it up and create something different which is what you see today.
Yeah. But is what we see even in the 2000s and the 80s even really black culture? Like for me personally,
yes, it is.
Is it really? Because here's the thing.
Yes, it
Remember
is.
we had the conversation
from music all the way down to fashion. Yeah. Absolutely, we controlled all of that. That was ours. That was our culture. It was hard for other people to even imitate that back in the day. Now it's different because they changed it.
Our culture, or was it exploited?
It wasn't that. It was never exploited. Okay, no. It was exploited by outside sources. That's how it goes.
Yeah.
That's how you corrupt.
But
our culture is corrupted.
100%. But if I for me, if I believe, because I believe, like I said, I told you before, I believe that Israelites were the original black people. So our culture should be stemming down from what they were doing. The culture that
you already
have
know.
Now.
You already know when it comes to that. That is foreign language because you don't hear that anywhere. You just hear that on the internet. You don't learn about it in schools. It's not part of the curriculum in any sense. You barely hear about it in churches.
Exactly. But that's the thing. Their culture. So see the thing. So the Israelites' culture is the same culture as natives, basically, in a way. The same culture as a Middle Eastern culture. The same culture as Spanish culture in the olden days. They're all these are keeping their same culture, but our culture. So even the Africans keeping that same type of culture to a degree, right? And then black people in America and Canada have a whole different idea of culture.
Yeah, because
from the 80s.
Because it's been.
So that means the culture that we were originally are supposed to be doing, we're not following. That means we created a culture that's not really our culture.
But that shows our power.
But has it really done anything for us? Good?
Recently, no, but what you explained literally shows our power and our greatness and how it's been corrupted. Do you not realize that?
Yeah, it has.
Yeah, we've been yes, like Israelite, okay, great, but we've been stripped of that over generation to generation, right?
100%.
So what have we done? We created something new that we can get behind, and it worked. It's just that they corrupted it again. So we're pretty much in a transitional period.
Did they corrupt it or did we corrupt it?
I'm telling you, it's outside sources that screwed up the culture, bro.
Did they corrupt it or we corrupt it?
They.
And why do you say
you say we because we. Yeah, because of what we promote. But you need to understand, it's only like that because other people are telling us to promote that. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, but then again, like you said, we're powerful enough, right? So if other people are telling us to promote that, we're powerful enough to say, no, we're not going to promote that.
Yeah, but you need to understand, like, when it comes to, like, the government, like, this is deep, bro. Like, when it comes down to the government and how we're all put into a bubble where we're struggling, we're going to do things for money.
But we're still struggling, and we're doing things for money. So, like, you see, like...
Yeah, but you need to understand, like, it's a psychological battle that we're losing.
Yeah, 100%. It's a psychological battle that we're losing, and that we're basing it off of excuses. It's excuses at the end of the day.
It's not excuses because look at what's happening. Literally, look at the mindset of what we have today. It's not the original mindset we used to have.
No,
it's literally the mindset today is what we used to say is not what we're supposed to do.
Of course.
And then they flipped it.
100%.
That's not us.
It's not. So what are you talking about? If we followed our original traditions and how we're supposed to be, we would not be having music. We'd also
not be having music, but we have the strongest foothold in music. We just can't own it properly.
Yeah, but I'm saying that if we followed our old traditions, how we're supposed to be following it, we wouldn't have music. We'd be completely different. Completely.
I don't disagree with you, but like I said, they stripped us of that, so we created something new by using what we're not supposed to use.
Yeah, but
we made it work, right?
But why don't we? Why don't we create something new based off something old?
Because
something new.
The reality is that they want a little bit of bad mixed with a little bit of good. That's literally how it works.
100%.
Right? That's always been like that, and it's haven't been changed. It's just the formula has been like adjusted for new generations.
Yeah,
that's all it is.
And it's only getting worse. That's why I said like.
Yeah, it's gonna get worse if we don't change. But the problem is that it takes us to come together, and we will never come together.
And we won't.
Right? So
we won't.
So we're pretty much screwed in a sense.
We're screwed in every angle. We're screwed.
Because even think about it, when it comes to the music, we command and control our music, but we don't own it. Because look at the top label, UMG, which that's Universal basically.
Yeah.
They command and control everything, all from production all the way down to distribution.
100, yeah.
Right.
100%.
So for example,
and there's even apparently there's even somebody higher than UMG.
Yeah, but we are all gonna know about UMG. So
yeah.
When I had Rayshon here before and prod conversation that me, him, and Michelle had, we're all sitting there and we're all talking about how. We were going over the Drake and Kendrick beef, and he brought up the main people that won from this beef are the people that own the music.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, which makes sense. But the biggest issue is that because we don't own our music and we don't really win in a sense, so we're just advancing the agenda basically.
We're just actors.
They're technically, honestly, when it comes down to musicians nowadays, in the current year, and I'm talking brand new musicians. I'm not talking about original musicians back in the day. Current musicians are pretty much content creators.
Yeah.
Because they don't really have that much of a talent anymore. They're just saying words on a paper and making it sound good.
100%, because people care less about the words nowadays and more about how it sounds.